Welcome, everyone. Welcome back to the Polished Visibility Podcast. I'm your host, Official Polish Queen. And of course, we're talking today about overcoming self doubt in order to build a polished, profitable brand. Okay. We all want to have a polished, a powerful personal brand. And one of the things that can hold us back from creating this brand is the self doubt that we have. Okay. Self doubt can be a powerful force that can hold us back from achieving our potential. So it's even if we're trying to start a new business or if we already have an established business, sometimes we even experience the self doubt while we're creating our personal brand. If we're trying to put ourselves out there in a new way, self doubt can really make us feel small and insignificant. But it doesn't have to be this way, which is why I'm doing this episode here for the ones who may be struggling with self doubt. I just want to let you guys know that with the right mindset shifts, we can definitely overcome self doubt and build a powerful personal brand that does reflect our unique strengths and our talents. Okay. So if you're wondering, how can we do this? That's what we're going to dive into today. So, the very first step when it comes to identifying the self doubt is really just realizing to ourselves, are we feeling inadequate? Are we comparing ourselves? Are we afraid of failure? The overall thing that we have to observe is, what is the problem? Why are we experiencing this self doubt? Okay, so we dive deeper into what we're experiencing and we actually dive even deeper to find out what is it and why. So once we understand where the self-doubt is coming from, then we can address it head on. So that's the very first step when it comes to dealing with self doubt if you want to really be able to address it. The second step is to start reframing that negative self talk. Okay. So if you have doubts saying that you cannot do this well enough, you would start really addressing this and then reframing that. Okay. So instead of focusing on your weaknesses or your past failures, you start to begin to shift your focus and focus now on your strengths and your successes, okay? Like I said in a previous episode, we're focusing on celebrating our wins. That way, if we do fall in that pit of the self-doubt and it's a temporary thing, we can easily pull ourselves back up by reminding ourselves of all of the times that we've won or that we've accomplished something. So you also, can keep out a journal where you document all of the obstacles that you've already overcame and all of the great things that you've accomplished. So, the very third step is really surrounding yourself with positivity, okay? So, whether that's supportive friends, supportive mentors, a coach, whoever that you feel is best in your life, that can help you stay inspired, motivated, and really just stay in focus on the goals that you have at hand. So, I know along my journey, I'm still doing this even, as an expert in my field. I consume positive content, okay? I'm pursuing staying focused on the positive word. I listen to positive podcasts, books. I mean, any social media accounts that I find that uplift or inspire me, those are the things that I only put my attention and focus on, okay? So, when you are able to do that, this is another thing that really drives you to take action, okay? Of course, we have to take some action towards our goals, and the more action we take, the more confident we will become. So it's very important to realize that when we start small, this actually is very beneficial. It does build the momentum. So that's why we say just start from where you are and, not worried about everything else, but just taking the very first step because this is, building the momentum that you need to keep going forward. So even while you're building your personal brand, whether you're starting a blog, a podcast, or if you're just trying to start to network with other like-minded individuals, whatever it is, you have to realize that when we take action, that just overrides and helps you overcome the self-doubt. And this is really the main step to building that powerful brand, okay? We have to realize that even though we have that self-doubt that may come up, it's not going to stop us, okay? And as long as you know that within, then you know that you have the key to overcoming whatever it is that may stop you or could stop you. So before we leave this episode, I want to leave you guys with 3 steps to help you overcome self-doubt. Step number 1 would be to challenge your self-talk, okay? So remember that self-doubt stems from the negative inner talk, okay? This does damage your self-esteem. And when you catch yourself thinking negative thoughts to yourself, I want you to begin to challenge them, okay? So you can pretty much think of specific times where you succeeded in the past. So if you have that thought saying you're not good enough or you won't be able to exceed, you will remind yourself about, okay, yes, I actually did do this already, you know. So you would really just change that self-talk to remind yourself of times where you were able to achieve a very similar or same goal. Step number 2, I would like for you guys to do is just start to practice self-compassion with yourself. And this is a form of self-care and self-love mentally. So it's important, of course, to treat yourself with kindness and understanding. Of course, when you're struggling with self-doubt, this is definitely going to be more beneficial for you. So instead of berating yourself, or practicing focusing on those shortcomings, I want you to begin having a self-compassion practice where you're treating yourself like you would treat your own close or best friend. So that means just speaking to yourself kindly and affirming those positive thoughts, building up your positive self concept. Okay. So that means offering yourself the words of encouragement that you would like to hear, and you're telling yourself these words. Okay. And that's what helps winners win and keep going on the journey. Tip number 3, I want you guys to remember, no matter what self-doubt comes up, yes, it can be paralyzing only if you allow it. So remember that to prevent yourself from getting stagnant, we take action. Taking action is the best way to override the fear, the self-doubt, and it helps you build more confidence just by seeing that you're doing, okay? You're setting those small and achievable goals. You're going one step at a time, and you're working towards each and every one each way that you do it. So celebrate your successes along the way, and remember that progress is more important than perfection. And I actually have a video on this as well. I'm going to link it where you guys can take a listen or look at that video. But that's pretty much it for this episode. I really just want to remind you guys that self-doubt is a natural part of the human experience, okay? But it does not have to hold you back. By identifying the root cause of the self-doubt, reframing that self-doubt, and surrounding ourselves with positivity, this is how we can have the power to build a profitable and powerful brand, because we are able to take action towards our goals and we're unstoppable. So anytime you feel like you can't get to the end of your goal, just look forward to where you want to be and let that be your inspiration, okay? So once again, I want to thank y'all for tuning in to another episode. Make sure, if you're not already subscribed, be sure to subscribe, turn on the buzzer, and of course, share this with someone else that you know could benefit from this information. Until next time, I want you guys to stay polished in for the win and tune in for more episodes. Like I said, we're going to be discussing all things from personal development, mindset mastery, self-doubt, fear, all of the things that I know has held many of my clients back from getting visible online in their brand. And really, I'm going to really discuss a lot of the things that I've overcome that could help you, because I know a lot of you guys are facing different things. And really, overall, bluntly saying, I know that these are excuses because I had the same excuses on my journey, okay? So with mindset mastery, this is like the top thing. Mindset, when you master your mindset, you are able to develop professionally, personally, and overall, this is what's going to help you build a powerful personal brand. And this is going to help you have unlimited content to post because you have a story, you have a message, and you have value to give to your ideal audience. Okay. So once again, stay polished in for the win. And thank you guys for listening. Until next time.